So by this point we're comfortable with positive exponents, so something like 5 cubed means 5 times 5 times 5. The exponent is telling us how many times to multiply 5 by itself to get something like 125. And we even looked at how 5 to the 0 would be equal to 1. But what would 5 to the negative 3 mean? What would it mean to multiply a number negative 3 times? We're not really sure. So let's look at this from an algebra standpoint. If this is 5 to the negative 3 over 1, and we decide to multiply this fraction on the top and bottom by 5 cubed, then look what we get. Well, on the bottom, 1 times 5 cubed is going to be 5 cubed. And on top, we get 5 to the negative 3 times 5 to the positive 3. Remember, we add those exponents. That's going to give us 5 to the 0, or 1. In other words, 5 to the negative 3 over 1 is equal to 1 over 5 cubed. We can move the negative exponent to the other part of the fraction and it becomes positive, which is really just a shortcut for the algebra that we did up here. Likewise, if we have 1 over 5 to the negative 3, this is the same as 5 to the positive 3 over 1. We just move it to the other part of the fraction and change the sign. For a more complicated example, we really just do the same exact properties. So we have x squared y to the negative 3 over x to the negative 2 y to the 5th. Well, let's first get rid of those negative exponents. So we'll move this x to the negative 2, we'll move that to the top and change the sign. So now we have 2x squareds on top. And we'll move this y to the negative 3 to the bottom, giving us y cubed y to the 5th, which is going to equal x to the 4th y to the 8th.